Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we are doing some giant king crabs here, and I have my mayo and mustard dip. For today's drink, we're just doing a strawberry sparkling water. So let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all. What's up? Now this is some strawberry sparkling water that I got from Whole Foods. Now y'all know everybody don't like the taste of sparkling water, child. It don't taste like strawberry soda, okay? So don't be coming at me saying, oh, I tried that sparkling water, girl. It was not good. Ain't nobody tell you to be going and try to get no sparkling water, okay? This is not for every girl, okay? But it's good to me. So what y'all been doing, girl? What's up? What's up? Okay, let me get this piece up here. Y'all, I didn't use any butter or anything today on my crab legs because I didn't have time to make any. I got home late. Let me put these down. I've been out doing a little bit of shopping, just some home decor shopping. If y'all don't follow me on my vlog channel, stop what you're doing, go follow me on my vlog channel. I am Sharika B, and then come back to the video. So y'all can get into the looks over there, okay? Girl, where do you think we at? We is not in the hood. Y'all hear the booming system out there. So thank you to everybody that watched the video last week. It's always fun to do videos with my husband. It's all love. It's straight entertainment. We know what y'all like to see. Put this down. I'm gonna finish this little piece and then we're gonna get to the story time. Okay. King crab is from Costco. If you guys want the recipe to my mayo and mustard dip, that's always in the description box below. And also the video on how I make my Florida butter. Okay. All right, I'm almost done with this piece because this is like, oh, this is like the hardest piece to eat because you want to get into the nooks and crannies. And I dug all in it, okay? Let me make sure I'm using my lemon. Okay, so, girl, I keep dropping stuff. So you know your girl got Discover Plus. So I can get all the crime shows, all the tea. So today's story time is from a show called Mansions and Murders or something like that. This is my first time watching that. I've seen it pop up on my screen a few times, but I never clicked on it. But girl, last night I clicked, okay? And it was a whole mess. So girl, there was this guy, we'll just call him, we'll call this guy Peter. And I've had a few of you ask me why I changed the name. Sometimes I can't remember the names, girl. But don't be in my business like that. Just enjoy the show, okay? So, girl, Peter, he was basically like a dude that always wanted to be around the wealthy people, but he wasn't accepted in that crowd, right? So his family was wealthy, but he wasn't. Peter had a wife, and we'll just call his wife Kiki. Kiki was younger than him, much younger. And Kiki was from Atlanta. So Peter's uncle passed away and left him $5 million. Now, Peter had his wife, like I said, Kiki. Now, I gotta just pause the story for a second. So, I know this whole thing is like a reenactment. But when I tell you that Peter, the dude that played as Peter, was doing the most to Kiki. Now, I'm gonna play this clip. And y'all tell me if I'm tripping, okay? Because I had to play it a few times because I'm like, let me play the clip. He had his mouth open and everything. I would have said, now goddamn it, cut. We did not talk about this. They're not paying me enough to get your slop in my mouth. We didn't talk about this. This is supposed to be a cute little peck on you trying to get my tongue and everything. Like, do I know you? Like, no. He was doing the most. I know I wasn't tripping. So, girl, Kiki, she came from a pretty wealthy family in Atlanta. So she, you know, she wasn't your gold digger, okay? They was like really in love. So boom, now Peter is rolling in the dough. So he decides that he wants to, well, he lived in Palm Beach. And I guess in the 80s, they were like, that was like a really, really wealthy area. It might still be, I'm not too sure. But they were saying like, you know, that was the place to be. So Peter went and found a really, really nice mansion. And the person that was telling the story said that he chose a really good one because that was a really popular mansion that sat on a lot of acres, and it was really, really old, but it was really nice, and a lot of people had their eye on that property. And it was now Peter's. Okay. So now he can buy the best of everything, but his biggest thing was he wanted to be accepted in that community. As far as like with the millionaires and the billionaires, he wanted to bump elbows with them. So they got into this party where everybody there is filthy rich. Everybody know everybody, but they didn't really know Peter. Because he's new money. But again, this is the elite of Palm Beach, so you should know he's somebody if he's at this party. But they didn't want nothing to do with him. He would go try to introduce himself, introduce his wife, and they would kind of turn their nose up at him and go the other way. So he couldn't understand, like, well, why they, you know what I'm saying, why they doing this? Like, I got money to spend in here. What movie is that from? Pretty Woman. When she went to all the shops and they kept turning her down. But anyway, so come to find out, the reason why everybody was turning their nose up at him was because Kiki, Peter's wife, was black. And they didn't like that. So he still wanted in. So now he's going to these parties without his wife, just so he can be accepted into this bougie community of people. Then he started cheating on his wife with all these different women. And you know, he wasn't coming home. He was doing that whole thing. But this one particular night, she finds some flat booty panties in his coat pocket. So she nice and petite. She a size 6. And here's this -0. So she's just like, what's going on here? Like, what is this? So Kiki ended up leaving. She went back to her family. That night she found the underwear in his jacket. She decided she can't take it no more. She's leaving. She's not gonna tell him. She's just gonna pack her stuff and she's gonna go. So she left, went back to Atlanta. So now Peter feels like he's free.
Like a bird.
She not asking for nothing. He just gonna live his life and ball till he fall. Okay. He meets up with Soo Young at the party. Now she's a young Asian girl. It kind of made him look like the man because she had like a exotic look. She was younger than him. And you know, so everybody was accepting Soo Young. Right. But after a while, Kiki was like, you know, she deserves half of what he got. And she was gonna get it. She was his wife for 8 years. So the day of the divorce settlement, Kiki gets a knock on the door. It's a guy with some roses, like a delivery flower guy. He asked her, he said, "Are you Kiki?" She said, "Yes." He shoots her in the head at her doorstep. She falls down, throws the flowers on top of her. Throws the flowers on top of her and runs off. The neighbor comes from next door to see, you know, what's going on and finds Kiki there in her own blood. She had passed away by this time. Called the police and this, that, and third. So now he don't have to worry about losing half of his fortune. And now he can marry Soo Young. So he married Soo Young. Now, he started doing his own digging about the situation with his ex-wife, calling the neighbors, asking them, you know, if they seen anything suspicious on that day because she was shot with, we'll just say, a cowboy gun. She was shot with a cowboy gun. And of course, you know, like the investigators and stuff, the detectives, they don't give out all that type of information. The only people that would know that would be if you had something, the people that had something to do with it. So they kept that in their back pocket. So he was a playboy. He got all this money and he wanted to have multiple women. So Soo Young, she wasn't with it. So she told him that she told him she wanted a divorce. So he threatened her and told Soo Young, the same thing that happened to my ex-wife is gonna happen to you. Soo-young files for the divorce and then goes straight to the police. So Soo-young told the police Peter admitted to her that he got his wife knocked off. So, and he also threatened her and told her the same thing that's gonna happen to her, the same thing that happened to his ex-wife is gonna happen to her. So they ended up, hold on y'all. Oh snap. Girl, I can never, oh here we go. Hold on y'all, I gotta focus on this, okay. So, long story short, they ended up arresting him and he went to trial about the accusations that his ex-wife made. So of course, because he has all this money, he can get the best of the best lawyers, and they basically turned it into a bitter ex-wife, his word against her situation, and he got off. Okay. So when they start doing their digging and their investigations on him from that trial, even though he got off, they still had that information to where he knew what the murder weapon was. So as they're looking into his case and looking into his personal information, they noticed that back in the day, he was one of the prime suspects for his uncle's death, because the family said that they never got along, but then all of a sudden the uncle signs over all of his money to him, and then a few days later he passed away. But he was never charged with that, but that was something that, you know, he had out there. So years later, I want to say maybe like 12 years later, some crazy number like that, the hitman was bragging to one of his friends that a millionaire had paid him $25,000 to knock off his wife, and he was bragging about that. Somebody heard about that story and went to the police, so they reopened the case. So by this time, he was no longer in the United States. He was in Thailand. They put all the information together. The dude was willing to testify, and they arrested him. So he an old man now in jail behind something that he did, like, because it was like a big gap, like a big gap. Y'all gotta watch that show. Ow, snap. Girl, this king crab done cut my finger. But yes, they reopened the case. And it was something like murder for hire or whatever that they got him on. So he ended up getting life in jail. He was already old. And they found him in Thailand. Girl. But yeah, y'all, if y'all haven't already, please come subscribe to my vlog channel, my lifestyle channel. I do daily vlogs, lifestyle. I do cooking, home decor. I do it all over there, so make sure to come support your girl. The link is always in the description box. this crab is so good. Look at that. My hand bleeding. Whew. I'm getting full. Look at that, y'all. Next week, my background is going to be a little different because I'm going to turn y'all around on this side. But I'm still trying to get my background decor set up on how I want to do it. So that's why I have y'all turned this way, which is the way that y'all are used to. But I want to try to get some kind of cute background for y'all, so y'all won't be looking at this plain door. But like I said, y'all probably used to it because ever since I've been here, this is what y'all been getting. But I don't want to do y'all like that. I want to get y'all something real cute. So I'm working on this background over here. So I have everything set up next week for y'all. Well, I'll be doing it this weekend, but it'll be ready by the next video. So yeah, girl. All right, y'all, this is my last piece because I am full. It's cool to brown. Whew. I got just one little piece. I'll get at the Tony. And that sure was good. Okay guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my blog channel at I am Sharika B, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye y'all.